Hi, I'm Shelley Stanger-Nelson, the founder and president of Rukhaacademy of Healing Arts and Science, an ordinary person doing extraordinary things every day, just like you. And so I'm here on the beautiful shores of the Puget Sound on Day Island outside of Tacoma, Washington, to talk to you about the 6th level of your auric field, which has everything to do with your emotions related to the divine. So I picked this spot because these waters and the ocean and the waves and the mountain behind it and the birds and the sea lions we've watched swim by, they make me feel really connected. I have really great emotions related to the divine and creation when I'm here. So let's talk about the 6th level. So again, the 6th level is all about your emotions related to God, Spirit, the divine. If you try to look at it with your high sense perception, it has bright, effervescent, shooting beams of light. It can sometimes look like the glow of a candle, the inside of an abalone shell, but you can also feel it, hear it, right? So we teach people this all the time at Rukha. They have a quality, the 6th level. It feels, it can feel buoyant. It can feel really straight and crisp lines, or it can be dull, limp lines and have a real flatness to it. It all depends on your emotions related to the divine, right? So, story about me is back when I was losing my eyesight, my mother had this plaque on her kitchen wall. It had been there forever, and it said, "God answers prayers." Well, I made her take it down because God wasn't answering my prayer and the prayers of so many people that I knew, and that was that I would be able to keep my eyesight. So you can imagine that my 6th level at that time, the colors were flat, the beams were dull. It was very different appearing and feeling than when I'm standing out here on the waters enjoying nature. So if you look through actually antiquity, old pictures of people in that were painting godly, spiritual paintings, a lot of times you'll see these colored lights flickering above the head. If you're ever in a museum, check it out. They're up here a lot, these colory lights. And what we can probably guess now is that the painter was sensing, seeing this 6th level of the field, that the people being painted were in this high spiritual ecstasy. So that level is really lit up. In fact, I have a friend who was worshiping in church, and she and the people she was with were seeing these colored lights around the people's heads. Well, they didn't know what to make of it, so they surmised that it was the glory of God. Well, you better bet it was the glory of God, but it was the individual's ecstatic expression, their emotions related to God as they were in worship. It happens every day, guys. This isn't crazy stuff. It happens every day. So my question to you is, where do you find the divine? How do you define divine? Do you see it in nature? Do you see it in a church or temple and religious writings? Do you see it in your granddaughter or your loved one's face? Well, I certainly hope that where you find it is in your own heart, because that's where the divine ought to be. So until next week, and so it is.